said I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip, crush.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can confident.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Under 10, 10. Check. Good job right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Myers' kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Inside.
Throwing is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch the shit.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's Rodgers. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
49 the mic. 49 the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 24. Check 24. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 55 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, he'll rifle this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Hey, take 26.
Williams will try again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. It's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up in. But it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again is Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. What a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
30-yard line.
58. I got you, boy. Hey, 88. Mike's 50.
Rodgers now to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Leaves it for Petty. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wilson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. It's caught. Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson looking deep for Hilton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
We play to win. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yeah, 300. 49, guys. Mike.
Here's Rodgers on third down. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Strong right. Hey, 4 down. Check 15.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check 52's the Mike. Let's go. Slam.
They run it again with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
319. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run field, so they felt good going forward in this game.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Rashad Penny. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Well, here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Check 3.
Penny, a 1st down carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
42, alert. I'm coming after you.
They go play action with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, what's the ball?
Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Safety's creeping.
Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike's 50. Wild Bill.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. This complete to Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Got it. Get in the weight room. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Disley there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. He's checking. Crash. Alert. 50 is the money. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now it's Carson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
I'm going to run you over. Watch twist. Watch twist. 95, 95. 42. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Alert.
They'll try and run it right. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson going to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Good. Makes the score Packers 45, Seahawks 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, and now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.